George.
The biggest challenge standing in most people's way is themselves.
Glenn Arcaro.
All money really is energy. Cameron and I started Project AWOL as an alternative to the education system. Project AWOL really helps people to structure their life.
Welcome to Thailand!
8 projects, each week, dropped in a laptop lifestyle to experience a life without a boss or a dress code.
Even if they don't plan on going into entrepreneurship, they should be using the 5-job system.
To discover the ins and outs of an online income, to live another way of life.
If a 19-year-old kid could take this information and achieve this result, what could they do with it?
Have you ever watched those shows on television, like travel shows or what have you, and you think to yourself, what a great life these people have, these interviewers or whatever. Today they're in Bora Bora, next week they're in Hawaii, and then the next week they may be in Phuket, Thailand. Well, look at me. I mean, those people, they have, a contract with some employer, but here as internet marketers, we kind of create our own agenda, our own travel agenda. And for me personally, call it a midlife crisis, call it a midlife celebration. My plan is to take the next year or 3 and just go traveling and create these videos. And this is inspiring for other people to get on board with me.
So what Dan is doing right over here is creating a video for his business so he can go out, get that exposure for himself, and other people across the whole interwebs, across social media, can see what he's doing here in Thailand and what he's doing here on this experience with Project AWOL.
So this is another way of life for me, and I don't know what your other way of life is, however you define it. This could be another way of life for you. All you got to do is click the button below, $25, get on board with me, and we can hit the ground running. See you on the other side.
It's day 2 and it's all about education. My goal for today is to give everyone a 40,000-foot view of their business. I was a full-time construction worker working as an electrical apprentice when I kind of had what I like to call my line in the sand moment. And it happened for me. The moment I made that choice, I really just committed myself. I found the people who were getting results. I hired them as mentors. I bought their courses. I really just surrounded myself with people that really just had what it is that I wanted. And I truly believe in mentorship. I mean, wisdom comes from 2 places in this world. It comes from mistakes and mentors. And you're either gonna go out and you're gonna make those mistakes yourself and learn it the hard way, or you're gonna find someone who's already been through those struggles and you're gonna find out exactly what they did and how you can avoid it. So that's what Project AWOL is all about. Truth is, we've put the infrastructure in place. We've leveraged our knowledge to really just ensure that the average person is gonna be able to come do the exact same thing. If you really wanna go out and create yourself a fulfilling life, if you really want to have another way of life, I think a lot of people really need to stop and kind of question where it is that they're going. I mean, in that paradigm of things, I was headed towards really just a life, and the final goal was what? Retirement. Yeah. What is retirement? What are most people even working so hard for? Why are they going to work 40, 60, 80 hours a week for something that in most cases they don't even really want? One video that we posted of Dakota, even when we everybody's seen that, retired at 19.
I'm here because of your video. I'm like, okay, here's this kid at 19, and he redefined the definition of retire, and I'm like, that's what I want, and that's the answer that I was looking for.
The term guru, I don't like the word guru. I don't even need to be described as an expert. Honestly, the only thing that I am is somebody who has a little bit more experience than most in what I'm doing, and I'm able to show you a path, and you can get what you're trying to accomplish done in a matter of a couple months.
At the end of every month, the reality is you have a choice on what it is you want to do with your money. Do you want to take it? Do you want to go to the beach? Or do you want to reinvest it? And this is something that you guys really need to start to get that 40,000-foot view so that you can really see the big picture. You can really see where you're going in your business, because the truth is, a lot of times people are inches away from gold. They're so close to a breakthrough when they think, shit, I'm like $6,000 invested in my business. I haven't had any returns yet. But if you would really map out your business, you'd realize that you were just 2 months away from breaking even and having your business self-sustaining.
Cameron's given us that 40,000 view of our business, and he's chalking out the numbers on the chalkboard, which was helpful. And my numbers aren't that, so we need to check the numbers. So there's certain things I can be doing to bring my numbers up, and that's what I'll do, and keep on testing the numbers.
Out of all the affiliate marketing that we've done, and of everything, we've come down to a formula that works better than anything, and it's having a $25 product, a $25 monthly product, a $100 monthly product, a $500 one-time product, a $1,000 one-time product, and a $3,000 one-time product.
They're showing how, even with some of the worst circumstances, the worst conditions in your business, that it will work out over time. As being a numbers guy and information junkie. This was right on track, or is right on track for me. And so seeing that laid out on a whiteboard where I could really analyze everything, that really is what I needed for my business.
We created something called the AWOL panel because we wanted the opportunity to actually put everybody on the spot. One of the most powerful things that really happened to me in my business and in my life was when I was called out on stage to speak in front of 900 people, and I mean, I was terrified.
Hello, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
How are you?
How are you guys doing?
We're doing.
You know, I didn't know what to expect as I was coming up to stand in front of them. Didn't know for sure what they were going to ask me.
What do you feel is possible now that you've seen the numbers and what we can do there?
You very much feel like you're kind of just putting yourself out there.
So, I have a question for you. I mean, why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm here because, well, first off, I escaped my stable accounting job in corporate America in search for another way of life. I was in search for a life where I didn't have to ask for permission to go on vacation and I could stay as long as I wanted to, you know what I mean? You don't have to gross $1 million a year to live $1 million a year lifestyle.
The one thing I would say is to really narrow down and define what that is. When you say you want the ability to live anywhere and to do anything, now that you've gone through everything and you know your numbers, I want you to specifically lay out exactly what that looks like. To take the JAR system, to lay out your numbers, and to define, whether it's 6 months or 12 months from now, exactly where you are. Because the more specific you get, the more powerful it is. Because the truth is, until you can see yourself there, nobody else can either.
Right.
The reason for the panel is very simple. It's for them to see that they are not always going to have a lot of time to make decisions. Let me ask you a question. Are you successful?
I definitely am my worst critic. Like, you know, I think about, oh, I haven't been successful with this yet. But yeah, I have been successful with other things I've done.
That's the key word though, it's yet. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. The only way you can fail is if you make the conscious choice and you throw in the towel. And just looking at you, I know that's not who you are.
Just having to kind of own up to the fact, you know, hey, yeah, there's been some doubt and there's been some hesitation in my business, and there's just been kind of some lack. Like my why hasn't always been that strong. So like, you know, they pretty much called me out on it. That's intimidating, but at the same time, you have to realize that the point is that they're trying to help you.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that by the numbers and taking a look at your business, right, that you can have whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
The real only challenge right now is just continuing to push yourself to make it bigger. To make it bigger, to go beyond, because you know you already got yourself taken care of. It's not even part of the question. It's only been a couple days here and I've already seen just that powerful shift in you just from realizing what was possible looking at the numbers in your business.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, bud.
I'm here for the right reasons, and I'm in the right place at the right time, and it's time to get to work. You know, it's time to live life.
What's going on, Dan?
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dan.
What's up?
So, bud, I'm just gonna get right down to it. I mean, why are you here? Why'd you come out here this week? What is it that you're really looking at getting out of this?
I mean, I want to get the skills to pay the bills. You know, I grew up in a certain lifestyle, and I want to meet that and exceed that. For myself, empowerment, and for the empowerment of people I love, and to help other people along the way.
I feel like you should dig deeper on those thoughts and these beliefs that you've just brought up. Mm-hmm. We all have them, and everyone has been there. Mm-hmm. But really ask yourselves, why are these here? You know, what are they really serving me for? Mm-hmm. Because when everyone can see a lot of success in someone, it's sometimes just that one person that can't see it, and that's themselves.
Thanks, Dakota. Dakota said a neat thing to me. You know, he saw the vision. He believed in me, and it's always nice. Sometimes, you know, when someone believes in you, that gives you the power to bring yourself up to their belief.
The Donald.
What's up, guys? Hey.
How you doing?
How are y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
So, Don,
Yes.
why don't you start off by telling us, you know, why you're here?
Well, I don't like where I'm at. So, in order to become my best self, I have to change my thinking. I have to make my thinking better. I have to make it bigger. I have to have bigger ideas. Ultimately, of course, grow my business. But
one thing I would really like to see you do is actually celebrate the success that you've already had. You know, and the success that you have already achieved thus far. You know, success isn't in the future. It's not in the next neighborhood. It's not across the street, right? It's not always somewhere else. Success really is right now. I think Donald is successful and he has plenty to be proud of, which in turn will attract more success to him. Hey, JC.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, JC, tell us, why is it that exactly that you decided to come out to Thailand and to experience what we're doing here at Project AWOL?
Well, I think one of the main things that's been going on is pretty much just how I've been kind of going through life recently, and you know, I've been dealing for the past little bit quite a few hardships, and I've been just kind of looking for something to kind of, you know, elevate myself and you know, take me out of the rut that I'm actually in right now and have been for a long time. So, you know, I'm looking to use this as kind of a vehicle to, you know, take me where I want to go and where I'd like to start moving toward a more positive outlook in my life.
I think that JC is somebody who honestly didn't exactly believe that this type of lifestyle and that designing his life, really what it is that he wanted to do, was possible. And by being here, by spending time with us, and by seeing that it's real and looking around, his way of life that he wants to design for himself is entirely possible. Let's rock, man.
Thanks, guys.
CGC.
Pretty much just first breakthrough that I had. It really is this easy to just follow what you're being told and just go and do it. The numbers are there, they've proved it, they're doing it themselves. I know how to do this now.
Such a big part of marketing in general is celebrating your successes, right? And then you have had a lot of success. So whenever you were, you know, saying to me, oh, you were holding back, you know, you were a little bit shy about the progress that you've had so far, I was a little bit curious as to why that was the case. And I mean, do you feel like that's holding you back at all as to where you want to go?
Yes, I think it's holding me back. And actually, I think just also in this moment, just hearing you say that again, because I know when you asked me that, I felt kind of embarrassed to say, like, thinking that I should have had more success. But at the same time, I've had way more success than a lot of people have had. And I don't give myself the credit for that, you know? But I also know my entire life I've been very hard on myself. But in the past few months, I've done a lot with really working on, like, loving myself and accepting myself for everything as it is, you know? And it's okay if I miss a workout, or if it's okay if things don't go exactly the way that I planned them.
It's so crazy to me to think that there's so many things that we're striving to achieve in our lives, and at the same time we don't let ourselves experience it. It's like you want to experience success or financial success, and then you have it and you're like, but it wasn't what I really wanted. It wasn't enough.
Right.
But it's like, it's actually remembering and actually celebrating that success that's gonna allow you to have more. That's even gonna motivate you enough to continue forward. I think that was the first time she was really pulled out of her element, and she's seen things from our perspective for the first time. It's about taking the same thing that you've already done, that you've already created success with, and scaling it up. She already has the results. She already has success. It's just a matter of staying consistent, taking action, doing what she knows she needs to do, which became very obvious, and she's gonna accomplish her goals in no time. And I'm really excited to see what she's gonna do stepping out of here this week. Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
They have me in the hot seat, and they're asking me about my business. My mind went blank.
What do you think and feel that could be the very first thing that you do leaving here this week that would be the first step towards, you know, reaching that bigger vision, that other way of life?
First step, that's a good question.
Yeah, what would be the first thing?
My mind's blank at this moment. First step. I guess get more systems in place, because I don't tend to have any time to write blog posts, so just finding someone that can do that for me, that would be one way to start doing.
I'd say one of the biggest things is even just getting clear, not just on the future and what that really looks like for you, but I want you to sit down and actually write out in detail from morning to night your perfect day and what that really looks like.
I need to figure out what my ideal day is so that I know where I'm headed. What do I want my day to look like? And that'll help me figure out what I need to do when I get home first thing, because if that's my long-term vision of how I want my day to be, how can I change things now to get there?
So many of them are still chasing for really just this opportunity to feel successful, and they don't understand that it's something they can do right now. There's so many things they've already been successful for in their lives.
I just feel that every single one of them needs to just dive more into it. Just need to know exactly what is going to be happening.
a lot of them haven't defined their vision very deeply at all yet. Like, they don't really understand what's possible for themselves, and they haven't really defined that at all. And I mean, that's what we really have to help them there with this week.
Everything we do here at Project AWOL is for a reason. You know, we've set up various activities to instill different lessons in people in a fun way that they can understand what it is that are the most important things so they can build an income online. That's the power of the panel, is the clarity of your vision.
I think these guys are going to have a huge breakthrough this week, especially with the charity and with the ATVs.
We got a lot of work to do.
Totally.
Let's go.
On the next episode of Project AWOL.
So we were sitting on the side of the road and we didn't really know what was going on.
What in the world?
Success really is a journey.
Riding my ATV right now through the Thai jungle kind of made me nervous.
Day 3, it's a big surprise. Nobody knows that we're actually taking them out ATVing.